background. So looks like Antman and the Wasp, Quantumaina, the first review is revealed on Rotten Tomatoes score. And when I look at the review, like the Rotten Tomatoes score for this movie, I cannot believe it. I really cannot believe it. Because all the trailer looked really good to me, honestly. And Peyton Reed, who directed this movie, he also directed last two Ant-Man movie. And I think the Ant-Man movies are well received by the critic and the audience. They're not huge hit at the box office by any mean, but they are introducing this huge character named Kang in this movie. So this movie's reception from the audience is very important, and this is their first, like the opening movie for Phase 5. That being said, of course, the lowest Rotten Tomatoes score movie is for MCU movie. It is Eternal. I can't believe it. Eternal is actually the lowest rated movie. Is sitting on 47%. The audience score is 70 something. That being said, how is not Thor: Love and Thunder is the lowest rated MCU movie? In my opinion, that is the worst movie I have seen from MCU. Because end of the day, Eternal was very interesting. It was, they tried something new. And for that, I don't think, well, I didn't see that movie in theater, Eternal. I thought it was, although it's not well-made movie, you have to keep that in mind. But still, I thought Eternal was better than Thor: Love and Thunder. That movie should be the lowest rated MCU movie, in my opinion, because end of that movie, Thor: Love and Thunder, I was so mad at MCU and Taika Waititi. I was really sick of his humor. That was, of course, was I expecting Ant-Man to be sitting on this low on Rotten Tomatoes score? Like right now, it is sitting on Rotten Tomatoes score is 58% based on 96 reviews. So this review could go a little up, or maybe could go even down, or who knows. That being said, of course, this movie, it is, though I do want to mention, everybody is praising Kang. They're saying he's really good in this movie. But I think the biggest problem with this movie, many people saw the trailer and like some people were like, oh, this looked too CGI heavy movie, and sounded like from all this review, like this movie couldn't balance the storytelling. I think why this movie didn't do good. That is what I'm hearing from all this review. And especially from BBC, they're calling this movie, like the BBC, they're calling this movie one of the worst MCU movie ever. And I'm like, how can you call this movie worse while Thor: Love and Thunder? You know how much I don't like that movie. You get it. Then I said, yeah, I'm really surprised by this score. I'm like, what? That is, I wasn't like as anticipated for this movie like some people, because like end of the day, to me it feels like this movie, it is like lots going on, but still the center story really sounds interesting. They're all stuck in this Quantumaina round. They need to get out of there. Like Kang, he's stuck there. He need to get out of this zone, so he need help from Ant-Man. I think this concept sounds very interesting on paper, on everywhere. There is, of course, one reviewer, he's saying this movie, like he said, overall this movie didn't feel like, the story wise didn't feel like he felt this movie was very disjointed. That is like, whoa. And one reviewer, he said this feels very like Star Wars type, all this thing happening. I'm like, how is this Ant-Man movie make sense about Star Wars? If the critic, they don't like MCU movie, how can you think audience will like this? That is the other thing I'm gonna mention here, because normally critics are the one who love MCU movie. Of course, audience also love, but they're the one, they're always giving MCU movie little pass than the DC movie. Like DC movie has hard time getting, that is, of course, DC movies are not that great either, but you know what I mean. Like how you give Thor: Love and Thunder 64% and this one get 58%. At this point, yeah, I think it's gonna hurt their brand, but I'm really surprised by this, honestly. I'm really surprised. But I'm still very excited to see this movie, although it got rotten. The reason for me to be still excited about this movie is this. Because to me, this movie looks interesting. As I was saying, the concept is interesting. I really like Ant-Man, played by Paul Rudd. He's so good. I really liked him. and I did not like the second Ant-Man movie. I'm gonna be honest here. I really loved the first Ant-Man movie. The second one was kind of like, I don't know, I didn't like it that much. The third one looked interesting to me. That was why I'm like, it's got rotten. So I don't know. I do feel a little nervous watching this movie, but I'll be watching it anyway because I'm still very excited. And that was my thought on this. Let me know in the comment, what do you think about this? If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to check my other videos on other topics. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe. Until I see you next time, please take care.